Welcome everybody to the 67th ever live chat since we started calling it that about a year ago. This is the 67th one, which is absolute insanity at this point. I do these every single Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern. Come on here, we talk about all the latest news. I answer every single question or most questions that you guys have. This Saturday is UFC 277, Julianna Pena versus Amanda Nunes 2 for the bantamweight title. The rematch that we've been waiting for since, December, right? It was December at UFC 269, I believe. Co-main event is Brandon Moreno, Kai Kara France. We have some other good fights on the cards. I've already released some prediction videos for that. I think I'm doing one more, honestly, because of the time constraints. I'm probably going to do Anthony Smith versus Magomed Ankalaev prediction and breakdown tonight. But outside of that, I mean, we can really talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. Paddy Pimblett's future. He just fought at UFC London. We could talk about Khamzat Chimaev, Nate Diaz. I mean, there's been so much news the past, however many days, really the past week. It has been absolute insanity. There's been so many fight announcements. We've had Islam Makhachev versus Charles Oliveira. We've had the recent, UFC 280 in general has just been stacked with amazing fights. Co-main event is TJ Dillashaw, Aljamain Sterling. And we have some other fights on the card. Off the top of my head, I'm trying to remember them all. Beneil Dariush versus Mateusz Gamrot. And just UFC 280 in general is just stacked from top to bottom. So really, there's endless amount of stuff to talk about. As always, throw some questions in the chat. Don't forget to like the stream. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. We currently have 4,204 subscribers. So 4204, however you want to say it. Absolute insanity to me. We've gotten over 200 and some subscribers in the less than a week. So we're quick. I'm aiming for 5,000. I really want to get to 5,000 soon. So we're creeping up there. We're creeping up there pretty quickly. I did not expect to have this many so soon. So I appreciate you guys for watching the videos. I appreciate you guys tuning into the live streams. I may do a live stream on Friday. I've been doing a live stream every single Friday before a pay-per-view, but there's not a lot of interest in this pay-per-view. But I'll probably still do a live stream, honestly. We'll see how it goes. But appreciate you guys for always coming by, asking questions, and interacting. So, okay, let's see who is in here so far. What is going on, French fries, with the Chris Curtis emoji? Yeah, we got a new members emoji, guys. We added Chris Curtis flipping the middle finger. That's the newest members emoji. If you want to become a member of the channel, the link is in the description. You get to join our members Discord where we're in there. I mean, there's like 40, 50 of us in there every single day. And you get to message me directly. I post a bunch of behind-the-scenes stuff on there. You get loyalty badges next to your name and the custom emojis to use in the chat, in the comments, and the Discord. So if you want to support the channel, it's $3 a month. We will be chatting live in the Discord during UFC 277. Link is down in the description. Okay. Antoine says, yo, what's good, Joey? How was your day? My day has been good. I hope your day was good as well. Thank you for coming to the live stream. I appreciate you. Charlie, what's up? What's going on, man? Muhammad Golid, 2 a.m. on a Thursday is time in Abu Dhabi. Remember that. That's insanity, dude. I appreciate you. And you're here most of the time, too. So I greatly appreciate you making it work, even though, the time isn't great in Abu Dhabi. I just can't believe that, dude. I can't believe that. What's it like in Abu Dhabi right now? Is it nice or what? It's probably super hot, right? I would assume. Always slapping, always saying something weird, but okay. What's going on? Always slapping, nothing much here. I don't know what this is about, but okay. Christopher Benitez. What's up, French fries? That Contender Series was rough last night. Yeah. The Contender Series last night. I had somebody tweet me, probably someone from the channel, tweet me and say, oh, they can't all be not. That was low-level MMA that did not belong even remotely close to sniffing a UFC shot. So, yeah, it was terrible outside of the main event. I don't think I'm ever watching Dana White's Contender Series again. I really just don't think I can stomach it. I watch too much MMA as it is, let alone just watching, fighters that Dana just wants to sign because they're cheap. I mean, that's pretty much it. He wants to sign them because he can get them for a very cheap cost. So, do you like Anthony Smith's chances Saturday night? Do I like his chances? If you're asking me if I think he's going to win, probably not. I'm probably picking against him. I'm going to do a little bit more research tonight and then do my prediction video. But I'm most likely picking Magomed Ankalaev. Paddy beats Demir. Demir overrated. Arguably lost his last fight. I can be on a 20-fight winner. Dude, Paddy is not beating Demir. It's not happening. Paddy would get slaughtered by Demir. Badly. What's popping? What's going on, Alex? Thank you for being a member. Guram is good, but was long layoff. Is very skilled and beat Guram. Okay, so you were trolling. 4.2. I don't know what we're talking about there. Oh, we're talking about the subscriber count, right? Dana was pissed yesterday. Only one guy got a contract. Good. I mean, only one guy deserved one. So it was terrible, terrible fights. I'm just mad. I could have been doing other things, and instead I wasted my time watching that. Yeah, Dana wasn't impressed. Of course he wasn't. I mean, it was terrible. It was embarrassing. I mean, anybody who watched that is like, yeah, I'm never watching that again. I couldn't imagine, watching it next week. Honestly, there's no way. There's no way I'm streaming it. I just can't stomach it. It's just not worth it. Did you see Dana interview with Lauren Sanko? Yes, I did. Do you watch the Embedded series? Intermittently, not that much, though. Hey, Joe, what do you think of my parlay for this weekend? I have Kim, Dober, Lewis, and Pena. It's 21 times your money if you hit. I mean, I think it's tricky, but I mean, it could hit. It could hit. Let me take a look at the card real quick. You said you took Ji Kim versus Jocelyn Edwards. I doubt Kim wins it. I think Jocelyn Edwards wins, to be honest. Dober probably wins. Lewis wins. And I have Nunes, but it wouldn't shock me if Pena won. So I'm not a betting man, but based off my thoughts on each fight, I don't like the parlay. Do you think 277 has the potential to turn out like 275, overlooked and called boring, but the card turns out great? I hope so. But do I think it does? Probably not. What are your other hobbies besides watching MMA and videos on lawn care? I don't have time for anything else. I don't have any other hobbies. I used to fish a lot, but I haven't in the last like 2 years. So, who had a better career, Anthony Pettis or Tony Ferguson? Definitely Tony Ferguson, even though he was never technically the champion. What's up, Pine? What's going on, my friend? Will Conor and Floyd 2 happen? No. Smith has good striking and pops a good jab. He has a chance. Magomed really didn't impress me versus Santos. That's just me. That fight was a good one. Don't have to pick it yet. I mean, I think anybody just discounting Anthony Smith is crazy. But I think Magomed, he's just too technical, too well-rounded. And I just don't see how Anthony Smith gets the job done. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for him. It's always hot in Abu Dhabi except for December. The weather is getting better. And I am always here and check your videos always and download a bunch of your videos for the road. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. One day I'm going to have to come to Abu Dhabi. You're going to have to show me around. I always wanted to go there. It looks so nice there. Are you going to UFC 280? How does Turner versus Paddy play out? My nose is already itching this soon into the live stream. Crazy. How does Turner versus Paddy play out? And who do you think Paddy should fight if he was to be a main event of a fight night? Main event of a fight night, he's got to fight someone in the top 15. A Sarukian, something along those lines, a Jalen Turner, a Demir. And even then, that's even questionable for a main event of a fight night. But, yeah. I think Jalen Turner versus Paddy plays out by Jalen Turner brutally KOing him or dropping him badly and then subbing him with the guillotine. Could Gane get a title shot off a win over Ty and Curtis Blades? Yes, for sure. Who has a better career between RDA and Tony Ferguson? Without looking at them right next to each other, I'd say Tony Ferguson. I get it. He was never the champion. He fought a lot of good competition, though. Who would you rather hang out for one night, Mike Perry or Tito? Definitely Mike Perry. Safe to say Conor Nate is not in the cards. Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's actually a travesty. It's actually a travesty. That's never going to happen. How would Prime Silva versus Prime John Jones go? Man, it pains me to say. It really does. It pains me to say. John Jones would take him down and brutalize him with elbows. Would you rather see Glover or Magomed against Yuri? Honestly, I'm happy with both. So either one's fine with me. Kaya's hot right now, man. I don't know. He's just gotten so much better. He's insane 3-fight win streak. Moreno has changed camp, so it should be interesting. Yeah, it should be. I think Moreno's just a better striker, and I think it's not going to the ground. So Turner would smoke Paddy, yeah, badly. What's up, Joey? Meeting Adriana Yanez and Michael Chiesa on Friday at a meet and greet here for the pay-per-view. That's awesome, man. Are you going to the pay-per-view? You might have already told me, but I can't remember everything, you know? So let me know if you're going to the pay-per-view. That's awesome if you are. But either way, that's cool that you're meeting Yanez and Chiesa. Tony versus Colby. Tony versus Colby, 5 rounds. Who wins? Definitely Colby. That's not even a matchup I'd ever want to see. I can't believe how bad UFC 279 is. I know. They got to add something else. They have to, right? UFC 279 topology. Yeah. There's literally nothing on here main card worthy at this point. Can you imagine if this is the entire main card? Jeez Louise, that'd be ugly. There's a rumor that Topuria versus Pleiades would happen. Who would win if it happened? Probably Topuria. Probably knock him out on the feet. Probably. Wish I could go to 280, but I got school the same day. Sucks. Sunday is a school day here. Where's here for you? How would you see Miller or Michael Johnson versus Paddy going? Michael Johnson would brutalize Paddy Pimblett. Jim Miller would probably beat him as well. But I think Jim Miller's more beatable for Paddy. But either way, honestly, that's crazy. It's crazy that I'm not confident in Paddy in either one of those matchups. I'd probably pick against him in both. But I think he could beat Jim Miller. Jim Miller's getting up there in age. And Michael Johnson's so inconsistent. You never know. So, how do I see them playing out? Michael Johnson probably KOs Paddy Pimblett. Jim Miller probably submits him. Do you think Khamzat Covington fight is inevitable for the future with Colby? Colby's never fighting Hamza. It's never happened, and I've accepted that. Who's next for Makhachev, in your opinion? Hopefully somebody in the top 15. That's what I would hope for. Maybe a Jeff Molina or a Manel Kopp. I can't say how I know, but Jalen Turner really kills himself to make 155. His last fight almost fell apart because of it. Fair enough. A lot of people think that, but he's going to continue to do it as long as he can. I'm big on Turner after UFC 276. Can't wait for his next fight. I'm with you on that. I am with you 100%. If UFC 280 was in Vegas, would you fly and go see it? Maybe. I don't know. It's so expensive, though. It's so expensive for pay-per-view tickets. And, I'm not going and sitting in bad seats. Never. Do you think people overrate Tom Aspinall? Sucks his last fight played out the way it did. But people were saying he'd smoke Curtis. Definitely Tom Aspinall's a little bit overrated, but I think it's based off of fact in some circumstances. Sugar Sean said Pedro quit and the eye poke was a lie. Said he was going to smoke him. Yeah, he's an idiot. Do you think Chandler deserves to fight a #1 ranked Poirier after beating Tony? I think Chandler Poirier makes the most sense. Yes, sir. I'll be there. I'll be at the press conference and ceremonial weigh-ins too. If you follow me on Instagram at MMAJoeyC, send me some pictures, man. I'd love to see it. I'm going to Dallas, then San Diego and Utah, and then back to Vegas. That's awesome, man. I hope you have a good time. You need to go. What you guys need to do is you need to go in the link in the description buy an MMA Joey shirt and then send me a picture of you at the event. I'd love to see that. I'd love to see that. Be my guest. I'm not going this year. Tickets were sold out within hours releasing, and by the time I saw it was sold out. That sucks. Do you think Khabib has top three wrestling in UFC all time? Yes. Imagine Ilia Topuria versus Charles Jourdain. That would be crazy. That was supposed to happen. That was supposed to happen at one point. Are you going to travel to Abu Dhabi for 280? No. I live in Al Ain. It's in Abu Dhabi. Oh, okay. I see. So you have school the same day. Who should Whitaker fight next, in your opinion? He's fighting Vittori in September. You ever been to the Apex? No, I have not. I've been to MSG. I've been to the Baltimore Arena. And I've been to, I forgot the name of the arena in DC. Is Tony the worst fighter in the top 15, lightweight top 15? No. He's still pretty good. I think he could even beat Michael Chandler, who's ranked number 5. So, no. Dana recently said Paddy reminds him of Conor when it comes to promoting. If you were Dana, who would you give Paddy? How many unranked opponents would you give him until he fights a ranked one? Probably at least like 3 more. Kobe will be forced to fight Khamzat once he's champion. Yeah, we'll see. Let's go, Beneil. He's going everywhere. That's awesome. Who does Lewis fight if he wins on Friday? I want to see an Alexander Volkov rematch. What's the biggest UFC event you've been to? UFC 244 and MSG. It was the BMF title. Is Chandler Poirier a title eliminator? Probably. Kind of, but kind of not at the same time. Depends who's champion. If Tony and Khabib coach tough, do you think at some point they would get into a scuffle? No. I don't see Ian Gary getting past the top 20. Chaos Williams, D-Rod, name a few. Would be. Yeah, I agree with you on that one. I agree. It's going to be tough for Ian Gary for sure. And let me put it this way. I'm not high on Ian Gary at all. I'm higher on Ian Gary than I am Paddy Pimblett as far as skill-wise and what he's shown. Gabe Green was a tough test for him, and he passed it. So, Beneil or Gamrot? Early prediction, I'm going Beneil, but I might change my mind. How would Vittori versus Brunson go? Vittori would beat Brunson up. Stuff the takedowns and beat him up. I personally think the only fighter with better wrestling is DC. Maybe you should probably right. I was trying to think what you were talking about, but then I remember the wrestling, asking about wrestling. Yeah, I think you might be right. Should Nick Diaz versus Shavkat be If you had a grade Ian Gary striking, what would you give it? C+, B-. It's not bad. What's up, Rich P? I hope you are doing well. What's going on, man? Paddy Pinlet versus Marbek Teresmov. Sure, book it. That is Khamzat even beats Usman. People need to tone it down on Khamzat for now because he literally almost got his lights put out by Burns. Okay. Dan Hardy saying Paddy will be bigger than Conor. I think what he meant was if he continues to win, but that's a big if. If Paddy can win up until the point that he becomes a champion, Paddy could be bigger than Conor. I do agree with that. But he's not going to get there unless the UFC somehow just, I don't know, flukes him into a title win. Ian Gary's big advantage is his fast hands. Okay. What's up, Blaze One Sports? Who's going to win Ortega versus Oliveira? Oliveira for sure. What do you think of Della Maddalena should fight next? Who do you think Della Maddalena should fight next? I don't know, man. MMA World Rankings. Who should Della Maddalena fight next? Let's see where he's at. Is he at welterweight? I can't remember if he's at welterweight or lightweight. What weight class? Let's see. He is welterweight. Okay, so I was right initially. Who would I like to see Della Maddalena fight next? Maybe Randy Brown or Nico Price. I think that'd be a good test for him. Randy Brown, Nico Price. I know you're not high on Paddy or Gary, but what would they need to do to improve on to beat people in the top 15? I mean, there's so much. Paddy's defensively irresponsible. His wrestling isn't that good. His striking isn't that good. It's not like he has this ungodly nuclear power. So he has to shore up his defensive irresponsibilities, be able to stuff the takedowns. His offensive wrestling isn't great either. So it's just everything. Everything he needs to improve on. There's not one thing you can point at Paddy and say, damn, he's really elite at this. Joe, do you expect 277 being the lowest pay-per-view in history because Pena? Probably. Gary's a sniper, but he's also hittable. Yes, he is. How do you see Costa versus Whitaker playing out? Probably Whitaker by decision. Just picking him apart at range. Can't stay for long, but thanks for the streams. As always, no problem. Declan Dorsey, no problemo. I'm glad that you are enjoying the streams. Do not forget to like the stream while you're here, my friend. Run up the likes on the stream. Who do you think has a better future, Paddy or Sean O'Malley? Probably Sean O'Malley. How quickly does Conor beat Paddy? Pretty quick. I think he KOs him in the first round. I would love for that to happen. Who has the best BJJ right now? I think it's between Oliveira, Davison, Ortega, Rockhold, and Weidman. I'd say Oliveira. Probably Oliveira. What card would you put Yuri Glover 2 on? There's really not any options right now. UFC 278's done. UFC 279, they're not putting a title fight on Nate Diaz, Hamza card. There's really not a lot of options. So I guess it's got to go on the MSG card or the December card. That's probably what's going to happen. Yeah, MSG card would be most likely 281. I feel like Paddy gets a couple more low-name wins. He can become an O'Malley level where loss would sting, but not... Yeah, probably. Hey, Joey, little hypothetical for you. If Khabib was a 35er instead of a 55er, do you think he would have been as dominant? Sure. That's impossible to know. What card should Jorge Burns go on? Probably MSG as well. Any predictions for who McGregor will fight when he comes back? I have a feeling it's going to be Tony Ferguson. I thought Nate before, but now got the hardest open water ever right here. I'm thinking it's going to be Tony Ferguson, but a lot can change between now and then. If Poirier goes out there and chins Chandler, it might be Chandler next. Glover wants to fight in MSG in November, so they might book the rematch. Yep. Will Paddy fight again before the end of the year? Probably. Eagerly awaiting Khalil Roundtree's next performance. Yeah, I always like watching Khalil Roundtree fight. I thought he was going to beat Johnny Walker, and Johnny Walker starched him. People just love to hype up these Cage Warriors champions after Conor, Mason Jones, Ian Gary, Paddy are very green. Tom Aspinall's the only one not green fighter that's elite right now. I would agree with you. Would you be surprised if UFC 277 will be the last fight in Nunes' career? No, it would not surprise me, but I don't think she's going to retire. If Batman and Captain America were in a cage match, who would you take? Captain America. Who would you take between McNuggets and Tony? I think it could go either way. It's either Conor starching him early or Tony winning in the late round stoppages. I'll say Tony late round stoppage. Be honest, who do you see Tony versus Conor going? Well, there you go. I already answered that one. I could see Conor picking him apart. I could see Conor picking him apart in the first 2 rounds and potentially finishing him. But if he doesn't finish him, I think Tony would come back in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th round and beat up Conor badly. Man, Joe, you really love Tony better career than RDA champion and fought Eddie. Okay. Do you really think they have Conor Tony headline a pay-per-view? Yes. They did Conor Cowboy as a headliner. So if they do Conor Cowboy as a headliner, why wouldn't they do Conor Tony? You know what I mean? I would love to see Biggie Boy versus Derek Lewis. I need to see it. Maybe that's next. That could make sense too. I think Jairzinho has a fight though. I'm not sure. What's up, Venom Boy? That's hilarious. Venom Boy. That's the new nickname? What's going on? If you're not wearing Venom right now, what are you doing? What if you have to get into a street fight? You need to be wearing the Venom gear. I'm telling you right now, flat out, if you're not wearing Venom gear, if you end up running into someone and get into a street fight with someone who's wearing Venom gear, you're going to be screwed. You're going to be screwed. Jorge versus Burns is a good fight. Striking versus striking winnable for George, but still a risk. Jorge should just fight a tune-up like Lawler. No, Lawler's not fighting Jorge or Barberena. Barberena's not fighting Jorge either is what I meant. I think Jorge Burns is the only way to go unless you do Jorge Connor. The way Connor wore those punches from Poirier, give me a feeling Tony could hurt him early. Could be. He was visibly hurt. Yeah, he was. Connor with the headline for every pay-per-view he's a part of. Yeah. And I remember even in the second Dustin fight, when he got KO'd, everyone was pretending like it was a leg injury then, too. If you guys don't remember, it was saying, oh, it was because of the calf kick. He was limping around afterwards. It was like using it as an excuse. Connor will headline for every pay-per-view he's a part of. Yes, I'm saving my Venom gear for Saturday. Yeah, it's a late card, so you don't have to sleep in it on Friday. Let's say Connor never broke his leg. How does the rest of the fight play out? I think Dustin stops him in the second round. I stopped talking to my family because they didn't get me Venom gear for my birthday. Yeah, I would too. Honestly, if you can get away with it, I might be willing to commit some crimes there. Yeah, that's really messed up. You should never talk to your family again. If we got you a Venom Sean O'Malley shirt, would you wear it for the stream for Yan fight? Yeah, I'd wear it. I'd wear it more often than just that. I'd wear it a couple times. The shit's expensive. I'd wear it to be funny. If somebody gets me an O'Malley Venom shirt, I'll go buy it right now. Look, hold on. Let's see how much it is. Venom Sean O'Malley. It's expensive as hell. Let's see. Sean O'Malley. It's stupid because the front of the shirt just literally is a crypto advertisement. It's $100 for his walkout shirt. And it says O'Malley on the back. Let's see. What else they got? Yeah, it's only the name on the back. But yeah, I'd wear it. I love how Walmart, the new spot for Takedown and Affliction. Is it? I didn't even know that. Who do you see beating Oliveira, Islam, Volkanovski, or who? Probably one of the two. The laws of percentages just goes to show you, that he's bound to lose eventually. And one of those two guys is probably the guy to do it. Going to need to get it dry cleaned for sure. Tony was the most disrespected fighter in the UFC. The fact that the UFC stripped his interim title before they stripped McGregor, honestly, Tony should have been the champ and Habib versus Al interim. Yeah, makes sense. How does Uriah Hall, Chris Curtis go? Uriah Hall just doesn't pull the trigger. I think Chris Curtis beats him badly, probably. But it's weird because Uriah Hall, when he does fight up to his potential, he does very good. But I just don't ever see that happening again. Jakar or Rafa? I'm going Jakar. Did Ali quit to retire? Yes. Bobby Green starched him and then he retired. So the answer is yes. Yes, yes, yes. What are your top 3 UFC fights of all time? Mine are Habib versus McGregor, McGregor versus Aldo, and Jones versus DC2. But those aren't even... Habib versus McGregor isn't even competitive. McGregor Aldo isn't even competitive. And Jones DC2 isn't competitive. So, my top fights are fights that are competitive. So, in no particular order, I'll go Yuri Glover. And I'll go Robbie Rory. And I'll go Anderson Chael. Just because Chael got dominated and then he got the sub. What's going on, Kane? Hope you're doing well. Who wins, Bobby Green, Dan Hooker, Michael Johnson? I'll say Bobby Green beats Michael Johnson, but Dan Hooker beats Bobby Green. What do you think of the pay-per-view of UFC 279 looks like? What do you think the pay-per-view of UFC 279? I have no idea. I'm hoping that they add Dustin Poirier versus Michael Chandler. I mean, guys, let's talk about UFC 279 for a brief minute because I love complaining. So let's complain about UFC 279 for a minute, and then I'll get back to some questions real quick. UFC 279, Khamzat Chimaev versus Nate Diaz. I have a video out saying UFC 279, Khamzat Chimaev versus Nate Diaz is being intentionally sabotaged by the UFC. And here's what I mean. They don't want Nate Diaz to get pay-per-view points. He gets paid per pay-per-view sale, an extra fee, for every, he might get $2 for every pay-per-view sale over 200,000. Something along those lines. That's how the contract works. And the problem is, if they stack the card with great fights, the card's going to sell more. They don't want to put any more money in Nate Diaz's pocket. You're looking at the card right now. They have to add to it. I don't see how they can't add to it. I mean, they have to. There's no way this card is complete. The co-main event as it stands right now would be Shamil Abdurakhimov versus Jalton Almeida. That barely belongs at the top of the prelims, let alone a co-main event. Then you look down the card, Norma Dumont, Danielle Wolfe, Irene Aldana, Macy Chaston, Johnny Walker, Ian Kutalaba. That's like a prelim main event of the prelims. There's just not any good fights on UFC 279. So as it stands, I'll read you every fight that they have on Tapology. That's a great place to find out, whether or not they have the fights that have been announced. The main event, Chimaev Diaz. Co-main event right now, Abdurakhimov versus Jalton Almeida. But this bout order isn't cemented, so it's actually not really, but I'm just reading it in the order they have it in. Norma Dumont, Danielle Wolfe, Irene Aldana, Macy Chaston, Jamie Pickett, Dennis Tultlulin, Chad Ann versus Heli Elateg, Elise Reed, Melissa Martinez, Johnny Walker, Ian Kutalaba, Jake Collier versus Chris Barnett. So, I mean, none of those fights, some of those fights, how many prelims do we typically have? Let's take a look. View the card. How many prelims do we got on 277? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we typically got 8 prelims, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So all 8 of those fights better be on the prelims. But they're going to have to add a lot to this card for it to be good. It's really not good. So they don't have any main card fights so far. I think every fight that they have so far is the prelims, and Johnny Walker, Ian Kutalaba headlines the prelims. Yeah, because if it's anything worse than that, I'm not even ordering that, guys. I'm not even going to watch it. I can't put money in their pocket to watch that. I'm going to have to watch an illegal stream or something. It's just not good. It's just not good. And I'm paying for 270. I pay for every pay-per-view. So for me to skip a pay-per-view or go out and watch it or it's just not good. It's just not good at all. UFC 279 sucks ass, and that's all there is to it. We shouldn't be paying for this. Hopefully they add Chandler versus Poirier. Hopefully they add another couple decent fights. But the bare minimum is Chandler versus Poirier. If they don't add Chandler versus Poirier, this is the worst fight card I've ever seen in my life. And I will make another video about it in a couple weeks if it's not anything, if nothing's added to it. Okay. Let's read some questions. What do you think of the pay-per-view of UFC 279 looks like? We just talked about. I have no idea. I hope they add more fights to it. They have to add more fights to it, but what's the quality going to be? I don't know. If you had a grappling match with UFC fighter, would it also be Ngannou? I have no idea who it would be. Give me Charles Oliveira. How many buys does UFC 278, 279, 280 do? 277, I'll give you a free answer for 277. 150,000 buys. 279 probably does 500,000, 600,000 buys. 280. I don't know, but I'm going to say wishful thinking 700,000 buys just because of how stacked it is. What's up, Iceman? UFC 279 is generally the worst card I've ever seen. Yeah, it's terrible. Joey, how many viewers is it too many to where you can't read anyone's question? It depends how many people are active in the chat. So we've had hundreds of viewers or 130 viewers before, but like there's only like 10, 15 or 20 people in the chat. But it depends. Like right now I'm falling a little bit behind, but that's because I was talking about UFC 279 for a while. But I always try to keep up with the chat, but at some point it's just not possible. But guys, if you're in here lurking right now, let me know in the chat. Also, we got 52 people in here right now. We have 28 likes. Run up the likes on the stream. That's how we get more people in here. The stream gets recommended to more people. If you're not subscribed, go subscribe. Just double check and make sure you're subscribed. I would greatly appreciate it. I would greatly appreciate it. Doesn't that hurt the UFC just as much putting on a terrible card? No. Okay, so here's how it works. The UFC used to collect the revenue from the pay-per-views. No, that's not how it works anymore. The UFC does not take any of the pay-per-view money. The UFC signs a deal with ESPN. ESPN gives them, I'm just making up a number, $20 million. All the pay-per-view sales then go to ESPN+. So essentially the pay-per-view sales don't matter to the UFC anymore. Now, obviously, they still want to sell a decent amount of pay-per-views because they want to keep ESPN Plus happy. But they don't care as much. What's on UFC 279 again? I already read that. If Frankie wants to retire, why not Tony or Jim Miller versus him at 281 at lightweight? I don't know. What mid-fights should there be on UFC 279? Off the top of my head, I don't know. I really don't. I'm trying to think of some fights they could add. But I can't. Book Ricky Simone versus Umar Nurmagomedov. Book Derek Brunson, Sean Strickland. Book Jalen Turner versus Gregor Gillespie. There you go. There's a couple options right there of decent fights. What are your early predictions for Usman versus Chimaev if it was made right now? I think Chimaev finishes him on the feet. That's what I'm going with. Should Miesha Tate just retire? Arguably. Just retire. I mean, she looks like garbage. Is there any chance Nate pees in the octagon and walks out? I hope so, but no. Frankie at 135 right now, I really doubt he jumps back to lightweight. Yeah, you're right. I mean, I'm sure they can find him a decent retirement fight within, the confines of the 135-pound division. Do you use ShareDog? No, I use Tapology. Put the MMA Joey sticker on my Yeti. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. If anybody wants to buy MMA Joey sticker, the link is in the description where you can buy a shirt and a sticker if you want. Throw Nick Diaz. Stop. Man, Joey, you know damn well you'll buy 279. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know. Hey, Joey, Dana White, did you say... Yeah. How are you going to get multiple quality main event fights for a pay-per-view in like 2 months? Yeah, that's the tricky part. But they're doing it intentionally. They're doing it intentionally. Wait, so you can go to Buffalo Wild Wings on a pay-per-view and buy $10 nacho and watch the whole thing? Or you used to be able to. I don't know about now. Don't touch the fence. Someone must have been watching the stream last night. I remember UFC 246, the Conor Cowboy card, had a really bad main card too. UFC 258, Usman versus Burns was really bad too. Crazy how two Hawaiian legends, BJ and Max, got 3-0'd and both had controversy. Majority of fans will always believe BJ won the first fight and Max won the second fight. Yep. Brandon Moreno versus Kai Kara France. I have a full breakdown and prediction on the channel. But I'm going Brandon Moreno by 4th round stoppage. Would Poirier Chandler save 279? No, it would not, but it would make it substantially more palatable. Do you think it's harder for an American fighter to blow up considering how foreign fighters have whole countries to back them? Kind of, but not really, no. I thought Dustin was going to fight Colby. No, that's never going to happen. I don't want to see that either. What is going on, Craig? Who do you want to see Frankie for his last fight? I don't know, man. You want to give him a fight that he can win? It's nobody in the rankings. It's nobody. I mean, somebody outside the rankings. Give him Saeed Nurmagomedov. I don't know. Colby has been acting strange ever since that happened. Yeah, dude's in witness protection. What do you think so far in terms of pay-per-view buys the UFC this year? How are they doing compared to other years? I think they're probably on a little bit low end, but it's hard to say. Who's the main event for 279? Kind of forgot. It is Khamzat Chimaev versus Nate Diaz. They're saying all the good matchups for 280. Yeah. Who do you want to see Yanez, Saeed, Umar, and Phillips fight next? Yanez said he wants Frank Yeager, so that's a potential shot right there. Umar, I want to see Umar fight Ricky Simone. What was the other ones? Saeed. I want to see Saeed fight someone in the rankings as well. I mean, I don't want to give him to Jack Shore. I don't know who Saeed fights. Phillips, I don't know either. Kyler Phillips. I guess Kyler Phillips can fight Saeed. Be honest and give me knowledge here. How do you think Conor's run is overrated? I've already been through this countless times. You've heard me talk about it. Well, I mean, he's fought guys on short notice. He has 2 decent wins. That's it. I can't believe Derek Lewis is fighting a third time in Texas after he said he didn't want to. Conor vs. Poirier 3 had terrible card too. Yes, it did. UFC 264. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't that good. Thoughts on Pfeiffer top 15, heavy, higher or lower? Probably lower. I don't think he's a top 15. It's tough to say so far off just one fight, though. I probably know your answer, but are you picking Gamrot over Beneil? I'm picking Beneil as of right now, but I may change my mind. How much would you pay for Conor to have a mouthpiece saying www.MMAJoey on YouTube and show it before the fight? $0. Because I don't need like fake advertising or fake subscribers. I'm just here doing what I want to do, enjoying my time, and just talking about MMA. And we're just having a good time, and that's it. I don't need Conor McGregor to advertise me to get fake subs. That's not what I want to do. So $0. Colby is on. Colby's on blank mute. Okay. What's up, MMA Joey? It's Anthony back at it again from at home. I start a new job next Tuesday. I work day shift and have Saturdays off so I can watch your streams and fights in the comfort of my home. I'm happy to hear it, Anthony Martinez. I hope you're doing well. Appreciate you, man. I'm glad you're at home enjoying yourself. Rafael Sunsal versus Frank Yeager, maybe? Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, too. My IQ is too whack-ass card because the money they pay. Yep. If Gilbert Burns can knock down the Wolf, I'm sure Usman could put his lights out. I agree. But I think Khamzat is going to fight differently against Kamaru Usman. I haven't seen Umar fight. Is he like Khabib or Islam? No. He's a good grappler, but he's primarily a striker, and he has really good kicks. Still waiting on my full play-by-play breakdown of Tate versus Murphy. Yeah, you want a slow-mo video? You want me to do a slow-mo video for you? Let's go. Start my long weekend today. That's awesome, Matt. That's awesome. Hermanson looked solid last weekend. Yes, he did. Do you think Derek Lewis can pull off a win? Yes. Okay, looks like doing this. Joey, you look like you're struggling to keep your eyes open. I don't know. Am I? I'm a little bit tired, but not super tired. I still don't think this is a terrible card this weekend. Lots of fights that could be fun. I agree. What's the contract Dana gives to the winner of the Contender Series? I don't know. He probably gives them like, $100 worth of Venom gear and then $50 a fight. Something like that. I'm excited for MVP Mike Perry to fight in BKFC, $5 a month for pay-per-views. I'm excited for the MVP. Oh, I forgot they were fighting. I'm not. I don't really care about it. but I understand why you would. Biggest fall in MMA history, I got Henry. Biggest fall in MMA history, probably Cody Garbrandt. Who has the best takedown defense at lightweight? Probably Islam Makhachev. $10 free advertisement from Connor. Come on, Joey. I get you don't want fake fans, but you got to take that. But why? If a bunch of people go flooding my channel that don't even watch my channel, then what's the point? What's the point? It's pointless. There is people out there, I've talked about this plenty of times. There's people out there that start YouTube channels and they buy subscribers. It's just worthless. That's worthless. Why would I want a fake community? It's just not there. I know the Discord will be full effect, but no live stream Saturday, correct? I'm debating about it. I might do a live stream for the pay-per-view. I'm debating about it, but bare minimum, I will be doing a live stream post-fight on Saturday. Bare minimum. But I'm going to do at least one pay-per-view stream this year, and maybe 277 is the one, but I haven't decided yet. But yes, we will all be messaging live on Discord, and then immediately after the fights, I will jump on the post-fight live stream. I feel like we're going to see fights being made for MSG. I've been hearing they might have Pereira versus Adesanya as the main event. You've been hearing? What, from just online, I'm assuming? Yeah, I think that makes the most sense. Or Jones versus Stipe or Jones and Ngannou for the heavyweight title are all very possible. Do you think 279 is the worst? Yes. But we'll see. They might add something to it. So, let's not forget Till is not with Chamaya as often now. Chamaya's coach said something about them not wanting distractions in camp. Could have led to the last fight not being as dominant. Okay, we'll see. Would you like a Christmas Eve card? Probably not. No, probably not. Damn, Misha really did get beat up by Lauren Murphy. That she did. Who does Shavkat fight next realistically? Probably Gilbert Burns, unfortunately. What's a worse card? 279 for sure. Could Francis kill someone in bare knuckle? I mean, I guess it'd be no more likely than if he could kill him in a regular fight. Garbrandt or Rousey is the biggest fall in history. It's probably Garbrandt. Fiziev has really good takedown defense that he does. How much subs do you want to be at the end of 2022 and the end of 2023? The end of this year, I'm hoping to be at 10,000. 10,000 subscribers before the end of the year is my master plan. So right now we are what? 5,800? A little less than 500, 5,800. I think it's possible. I absolutely think Cody's chin is the biggest fail. Yeah. Whose fall from grace was worse? Cody Garbrandt's, Luke Rockhold's, or Weidman? Cody's. But they're all bad. Can we get a full Dana White Contreras break? No. Smith Ankalaev prediction probably coming out later tonight. Worst case scenario will be out tomorrow. Best underdogs to bet on this weekend. I don't even know who's an underdog this week. If anyone likes to talk MMA, become a member and join the Discord. Yeah, it's $3 to become a member. The link is in the description. It's worth every penny. Kane here is vouching for it. You get a bunch of extra benefits still. But yeah, we have a great community in the Discord. Did you have Cruz beating Cody? Yes, I thought Cruz was going to beat Cody. What a fight where the underdog while everyone took the favorite. Nate Diaz, Conor McGregor won. I don't remember if he was an underdog too, but I picked Stipe to beat Werdum, and I picked Werdum to beat Kane as well. Because I remember I was on a bit of a hot streak for there. I picked Eddie Alvarez to beat RDA, which I think he was an underdog there. I don't remember. I just remember, most people thought the champion was going to win. I've never looked at odds in my entire life. Can you get on live for the press conference later this week? I'm thinking about it. I might. Shavkat versus Luque. Luque's fighting Jeff Neal already. I mean, you have a lot of casual fans, but you still have all of us and new hardcore fans as well. Really not a loss in this situation, I feel. What are you referring to there? Who do you think wins between Vera and Cruz? I personally think Cruz has no chance. Vera's super durable and also has a good variety of attacks, so I'm going with Vera. Chiesa versus Shavkat. Poor Chiesa. I say book it. Vera Cruz is a mismatch in my opinion. Font is better than Cruz. Fair enough. Younger generation determines worth by subscribers and like O'Malley stalking types. Yeah, for sure. Some people think that makes people draws or not draws or important or not important. It's literally irrelevant. What fight would you rather have at UFC 281? Pereira versus Adesanya, Stipe, Jones and Ngannou. I'd take Jones and Ngannou. Would be my favorite. Sean Brady or Muhammad? I'm probably going with Muhammad. Yes, but not all the time. The card is terrible. Derek Lewis is a good bet. He's the underdog. There you go. Vera beats Cruz. I agree. Can we get a full matchmaking video for the women's top 15 women's featherweight? Of course. I've been meaning to make that. So I already got all the side-by-sides whipped up. Anthony Smith plus 300. Yeah, there you go. You going to corner Chris in his next fight? Yeah, I'm going to be in his corner in his next fight. Damn, dude, your live didn't show up for me until now. That's unfortunate. We were talking about Venom gear for a large portion of this stream. Julianna Pena, France, and Derek Lewis are all underdogs. Yeah, I think respectfully so. What's up, Sinister? Jones, Miocic with Pereira, Adesanya, co-main. I like that idea. I love that idea, actually. How the hell are you doing? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. And if I'm correct, you took Eddie to beat Conor. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. That's the beauty about having these live streams. I can't ever lie about who I took because there's no way I'd be able to keep track of all of them if I lied. So, there you go. You remember. Yeah, I thought Eddie was going to beat Conor badly. Who wins, Glover, Yuri in a rematch? I'll take Yuri all day. Who wins, Blades or Gone? Blades probably out wrestles him. I just don't trust his grappling after what happened in the last fight. How did you have Colby beating Woodley when they fought? How did you have Colby beating Woodley? Okay, here's the thing. I actually picked Woodley in that fight, but I was kind of picking him. I wanted Woodley to win versus I didn't actually think Woodley would win, if that makes sense. You know, I don't do that anymore, but, you know, because now that I have a YouTube channel, I don't do that. And I stopped doing that a while ago. But I just really wanted Woodley to beat him up just because he had been ducking and talking a lot of crap. And I was like, I hope Woodley shuts this guy up. And unfortunately, he didn't. So, no. That was a terrible pick by my end. Playing UFC and watching MMA Joey is the perfect Wednesday. I appreciate it. Yeah, you should do more matchmaking. Yeah, women's featherweights next up. What's up? Keep out. Hope you're doing well. I don't know why I'm asking. Yeah, you're not getting an answer. French fries. Okay, there you go. If Ji Zhong Kim finally getting a win this weekend, no. Game will get blasted. Yeah, Gain will get out wrestled by Curtis Blades badly. My IQ is to Adesanya will not be co-main event, guys. Second highest paid. Yeah, you could be right. A press conference that featured Izzy and John Jones would be fun. Yes, it would. Do you have a fight that you believe is very underrated coming up? I don't know. There probably is, but I can't think of any right off the top of my head that people are underrating and not taking seriously. I actually think Charles Islam is underrated, and I know people are excited for it. I think that's a mega fight. For me, that's bigger than Conor Habib. That's how excited I am for Oliveira versus Islam. No one should ever want Colby to win. Yeah, I've never wanted Colby to win. I don't necessarily hate him, but I just find his whole shtick annoying, however you pronounce it. Who's the biggest villain character in the UFC? I don't even know. Pantoja Perez is underrated. Yes, it is. How would Khamzat beat Usman on the feet? Usman is pound for pound number one for a reason. Oh, I didn't realize pound for pound dictated your skills exactly. So I think that Usman's striking is god awful, and I think he would look to grapple Khamzat. Khamzat would stuff the takedowns. I think Khamzat's a better striker. Have you ever? Well, what's up with that picture? Have you ever trained martial arts? Don't lie. Yeah, I'm a black belt in every possible realm of mixed martial arts. I'm a black belt boxer. I'm a black belt Muay Thai. I'm black belt in judo. Black belt in jiu-jitsu. Yeah, I'm black belt in everything. Gon beat some wrestlers before. Nobody Blades caliber, but it's possible. I doubt it. Joey, I like your background, but honestly, just replace it all with Venom gear. Yeah, I'm trying to save up. I need your guys' donations. I got to save up for Venom gear. Stuff's expensive. Lots of people say Charles reminds them of Prime Tony. Do you see that? I understand the comparison, but it's not even remotely close. Tony's jiu-jitsu has never been on the level that Oliveira's jiu-jitsu is on. Charles doesn't have the pressure or volume of Tony Ferguson, and Tony doesn't have the technical striking ability of Oliveira. So I do kind of see it. You know, they both have pretty good jiu-jitsu, but Costa Rockhold is underrated for me. Yes. Don't sleep on Rockhold ground game. Yeah, Rockhold's ground game is nasty. Hamza beats Usman on the ground, not defeat. Okay. What is Shane Burgos' path to a title? There's really not one. Division's too nasty. Anthony Smith is 5-1 underdog. Oh my God, I feel like throwing some money on it for the hell of it. Do it. Imagine Islam wins the title, then our man wins 2 more fights, and they do a rematch. That'd be interesting. That'd be very interesting. Usman stand-up is poopy? Yeah. Black belt boxer? Yeah, exactly. I'm a black belt boxer. I got black belt in karate. I'm a black belt kickboxer as well. Everything. Poirier versus Chandler, Holland versus Buckley 2, and Yair versus Emmett would spice up 279. Book it all. Book it all. Who needs to train martial arts when you can just throw on Venom gear? Exactly. Thank you, Matt. Like, you don't even need to train. You just go on venomgear.com, you take your credit card, you max out your credit card, you buy all the Venom gear you can get, possibly, you know, snapbacks, custom Venom gear, socks, shorts, hoodie, t-shirts, and you're good to go. You're ready to fly. You immediately become an elite level fighter. You said Usman has terrible striking yet beat up Burns and Colby and Jorge. Come on, Joey. Put some respect on Usman. I picked Usman to beat Woodley badly. I've picked Usman in every fight since I've had this channel. I respect Usman, but his striking is terrible. Who do you have, Lee or Ferguson? I picked Tony Ferguson, I'm pretty sure. Costa Rockhold is off. No, it's on 278 next month in August. Got to run grocery shopping. Be right back. I hope they have a section for Venom gear. Would O'Malley really skip Jose? Yes, for sure. He would. UFC would book it. Would Habib versus Oliveira do over 1 million pay-per-view buys? I'll say yes. Who are the champs in each weight class a year from today? Dude, that's an impossible question, man. That's an impossible question. That's going to take me way too long to answer. So I'm sorry, my friend. Is there a season of Tough where you watch the entire thing? I believe so, but I don't remember what that was. I don't remember what that would have been. So it's hard to say. It's been years, though. Maybe Chael Jones I watched. But, yeah, I don't know. I was spanked with my dad's black belt as a child. Good. You probably deserved it. What percentage chance do you give O'Malley and Diaz to win their next fights? Both of them simultaneously, 0. Each person, I give O'Malley like a 10-15% chance. I give Diaz about a 1%. Usman overlooking Leon gives me a feeling that he isn't taking the fight as serious than he's making out to be. Historically, fighters that overlook their opponents usually lose their next fight. I could see it. You really going to make me get Venom gear? I'm selling it, man. Somebody needs to contact Venom and get me a sponsorship deal. Could O'Malley beat Sterling? Probably not. He's getting out grappled. Praying for Derek Lewis to pull off the upset. His career is going downhill. If not, I picked him. So I think he wins. People think Usman has good striking because he's had success, but that's only because everyone's been terrified to get taken down. Exactly. It's MMA. Gastelum is MIA. I think he's injured. But hopefully he comes back soon. I bought Venom boxer briefs and my life has never been the same. Yeah, once you put on some Venom gear, it's like Iron Man putting on his Iron Man suit. This just will never be the same again. You should make those videos, Joey. Who will be the champ at the end? I already have one from the beginning of the year, and it's terribly wrong. I'll make one at the beginning of next year. I didn't think I could beat up Francis until I put on some Venom gear. Then I can, yeah. What I do, if I'm about to get into a bar fight or something, or a street fight of any sort, I'm like Superman. I just run into the local payphone booth, and I swap on some Venom gear, and the next thing you know, I come out, I'm indestructible. I'm bobbing, I'm weaving, I'm throwing power shots, I'm technical as can be. Jiu-jitsu's black belt level. Boxing is better than MMA. That's why boxing crowds can hit 80K plus. Okay, sure enough. Aldo or Marab? Aldo all day. All right, it should be notify you when you're streaming in the Discord now. Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate it. You still say Usman had bad striking. He KO'd Burns and Masvidal in the same year. And I picked him to finish both of those guys. But yeah. What would be your reaction if Nate gets beaten up badly for 24 minutes, then pulls up a body triangle and Khamzat while putting both middle fingers up and submits Khamzat? This would be my reaction. Is that good enough for you? That'd be my reaction to your hypothetical. What is going on here? I'd be like, that'd be my reaction. When Sean was acting like he got a dominant win over Pedro, he almost lost me as a fan, but he saved it with his next fight announcements. There you go. Gastelum is washed. I disagree. I love wearing Venom during lovemaking as lasts much longer than 5 minutes. Not much longer than 5, now 10 minutes. Thanks, Joey. You're welcome. You're welcome. I forgot to tell that. I forgot to tell you guys that. Yeah. You'll double your time. Did you have Izzy beating Yoel? No, I had Yoel beating Izzy. Breaking news: if SoCal pound for pound champ is so skillful, why isn't he calling out Chimaev? It's not his job to call out Chimaev, but that being said, I think it is weird that he's been radio silent on him. Can we get that reaction face again? I mean, the replay will be up. You can watch it anytime you want, Derek. So, people saying Usman has great striking for beating Burns has some logic, as people saying Oliveira has bad grappling for getting subbed by Pettis. There you go. MMA is just for people who can't throw hands, so they cheat and use elbows and grab onto opponent. Okay, why are you watching this channel then, bro? Go watch somebody else who talks about boxing. So you're 100% right. Yep, MMA is just full of cheaters. If you had to send any fighter to Thailand to grow their stand up for a year, who would you pick? Who would I pick to send to Thailand? I have no idea. That was yeah, I'm just messing around, dude. Thoughts on Chris Curtis missing his breakthrough? It was 2 weeks' notice against top 10 guy, and Jack had a great game plan. So it is what it is. I think he'll have another opportunity. I mean, the UFC likes guys that takes opportunities like that. So I'm sure he'll get a good another fight next. Thoughts on Dern versus Yan Xiaonan? I think Dern beats her, takes her down, and beats her. Thoughts on Lupi Godinez versus Angela Hill? Lupi Godinez should slaughter her, hopefully. And then we can cut her from the UFC. Cut her. Leon Edwards isn't good enough to beat Usman. Nate Diaz rocked him. He poked Bilal's eyes, and I would say COVID saved him from Chimaev. Okay. I disagree, but okay. My mom hasn't talked to me in 15 years, making my life miserable. That's until I ordered my Venom gear. Now she comes around daily. There you go. That's all you need. The Venom gear will save all your problems. It will make your life better in a litany of ways. All you have to do is grab Venom gear, and you're good to go. All right, real quick, because it's in the title, let's go through some UFC 277 predictions. I like to talk about everything that's in the title of the stream because I throw the stream together and I'm like, okay. So I am going with Amanda Nunes, 3rd round TKO. I think she was just unmotivated, didn't take Julianna Pena seriously, and I think this fight, she will come out and I think she'll be more motivated than ever. I think she realized she made a mistake last fight camp, and I think she's gonna slowly pick apart Julianna Pena as she moves forward until eventually Julianna Pena's toughness wanes. She knocks her down, finishes her off with a ground and pound. Brandon Moreno, Kai Kara France. I think Kai might win the first round, has good power, has good striking, but he slows down as the fight goes on. Moreno has a granite chin, a little bit longer reach, and I think a little bit better striking as well, and I don't think either guy is going to try to grapple each other. I'm going Brandon Moreno with a late round stoppage as Kai Kara France gets tired. As far as other fights, I'm going Derek Lewis, 1st round KO. Pantoja versus Perez. I'm not sure who I'm picking yet. I'm back and forth on that fight. Magomed Ankalaev, Anthony Smith. I'm doing a prediction video probably tonight. I'm probably going Ankalaev by decision, but Anthony Smith is tough to count out. Rest of the fights on the card are not that great, so we're not going to talk about them too much. But there's some UFC 277 predictions. As far as Paddy Pimblett's future, I did a video on that already. It's on the channel. Who could he fight next? I also talked about how people need to calm down, saying he needs to fight a top 15 ranked guy. He will get slaughtered by a top 15 ranked guy. Imagine Paddy Pimblett versus Damir Ismagulov. He would get absolutely wrecked. Absolutely wrecked. He needs to fight someone like Jim Miller or Jarrett Gordon. Maybe Otman Azaitar, who only has 2 fights in the UFC. But even Otman Azaitar, I think, wrecks Paddy Pimblett badly. So, it's one of those things where the future of Paddy Pimblett is all determined on the matchmaking of the UFC. We already talked about Chimaev Diaz, so now I got all that off the list. There you go. We've talked about everything in the title. Okay. How did I fall this behind? How did I fall this behind by just going through that little bit of stuff? Jeez Louise. Guys, if you have not liked the stream yet, run up the likes on the stream. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel right this second, or I will never forgive you. And I think that's pretty much it. So now I'm going to go back to the questions. Throw questions in the chat. Questions in the chat. Break down how MMA Joey would KO Francis. Bicycle kick. I agree, Connor at least fought people still after partying. He's still in the game. Most of these guys would take their money and run. Habib ran away from Oliveira. Habib did not run away from Oliveira, dude. Calm down. The odds are counting out Derek Lewis has become a bigger underdog each day. Well, then bet on Derek Lewis. Nunes had an interview this week. She had COVID and an injury in her camp for Pena. That's why it was terrible gas tank. It makes sense to me. It makes sense to me. If Sergey gets out of the first round, I think he wins the fight. Now, I think he'd get knocked out in the second round, too. I think get knocked out in the second round, too. But we'll see. I mean, Derek Lewis obviously has power all the way through. All the way through. UFC loves Dern, and I don't know why she lost and still makes main event. Yeah, I don't think the Yan Xiaonan fight should be a main event. But you know why they like Dern, right? I mean, it's pretty clear. Even though the last 2 fights weren't fan-friendly. Okay. Okay, we got to stop putting the same words in the beginning of the sentences because now I'm just skipping over them because I thought they were the same thing. Guys, if you have any questions, throw them in the chat. We don't need to debate with this guy who's being an idiot. He just got put in a timeout. We don't even need those type of messages in here. Dude's just being a troll for no reason. So let's see if there's any news I missed while we're on here. I always like to check. Just in case. Dana White calls ACA promoter timidity cancellation incredibly unprofessional, but effing awesome. Sean O'Malley on facing Piotr Jan. Oh, did you guys see how Dana said that he was scared to death about, not scared to death, but he was completely against booking O'Malley versus Jan. Nate versus Khamzat, the fight people want to see, and Diaz wanted it. Shut up, Dana. I'm the dark horse. UFC 277 backup fighter Alexandra Pantoja won a shot at interim title with Davison injured. Dana White's initial reaction after being pitched Piotr Jan versus Sean O'Malley. Are you out of your mind? Yeah. If Davison moves up to 135, he's not going to have success. I'm calling that right now. He's not having success. I picked Julianna the first time. I'll take her to get the dub this time. I think you're going to be wrong, though. Jamal Hill versus Jan Blachowicz prediction. I'm taking Jamal Hill unless he gets out-grappled. I think the speed's too much. I can tell you're a Jamal Hill fan based on the Johnny Walker picture, though. Think the main event injury curse continues. Keep thinking Amanda Nunes will twist her own ankle in round 1. Could you imagine? Little baby in timeout. Yeah. Spam the Chris Curtis emoji in the chat. I put him in timeout. Enjoy silence for 30 seconds. Enjoy your forced silence for 30 seconds. Let's see. This is just my new favorite emoji right here. Boom. There we go. That emoji is just perfect. Absolutely perfect. Guys, I just want to we got to get to 5,000 subscribers soon. We are currently sitting at 4,212. So everything's looking pretty good. We've gotten almost 100,000 views in the last 28 days, which is great. I think, let me take a look at this. In the last 7 days, the channel has gotten over 250 subscribers. That's insanity. 250 subscribers in less than a week. Yeah, yep, that's insanity. That's what it says on my analytics. So there we go. I mean, that's amazing. I really want to... 5,000 is going to feel big for me. 5,000 subs is going to feel big. So, we'll get there soon. And just in the last 7 days... Okay, this is to go to show you how crazy it is. Okay? I'm going to tell you guys... I always try to keep the people in the Discord updated how the channel's doing. But just for context... To get monetized on YouTube, you need 1,000 subscribers and you need 4,000 hours of watch time, okay? 4,000 hours is just an accumulation of your watch time. Every time someone watches it, it gets added to that pile. So if you watch for 2 minutes, somebody else watches for 5 minutes, that's 7 minutes of watch time. So apparently a lot of people get to 1,000 subscribers and they struggle to get watch time, which is the most important. It's just how long people are watching your content. In the last 7 days, okay, keep in mind, again, you need 4,000 hours in 1 year, one 12-month span. It can be from June to June, July to July. In a revolving 12-month period, you need 4,000 hours. In the last 7 days, I got 3,200 hours of watch time. In the last 28 days, I got 8,000 hours of watch time. So what's crazy about the channel and the analytics that I've been seeing lately is people... We may not have a large channel, but the people who are watching the channel are watching almost everything. And the number one thing you guys can do, and I've told you guys this multiple times, what really helps me is watching the video all the way through. I'm guilty of it too. I click off of videos halfway through half the time. If you watch the video all the way through, it helps the YouTube algorithm promote the video. That's what happens. But that's insanity. Almost 8,000 hours of watch time in the last 28 days. In the last 90 days, I have 21,000 hours of watch time. 4,000 hours is what you need in 1 year. And some people struggle to get that to stay monetized. Insanity. Lifetime watch time on the channel. Just for comparison. So the channel's been doing really well like the last 4 or 5 months specifically. So in the last 90 days, we have 21,000 hours of watch time. Since I started the channel, 55,000 hours of watch time is what I have on the channel. So it's just been insanity. So get on the train now. Otherwise, let's see what we got here. Well, come on, dude. Why are we acting like a clown in the chat here? Look, I think right now what we need is someone to make this guy's name. Look, I don't like this. Like, it doesn't matter to me what this guy said. But the fact that you're trying to talk shit, I think who wants to drop the ban hammer and make his name untrue? I don't need to see. He's always commenting bullshit on my videos anyway. I always let it slide. But now he's in the live chat trying to talk shit. Somebody drop the ban hammer on him. Somebody about to drop the ban hammer on him, and I'll spam the Chris Curtis emoji while you do it. So, somebody go and do it. Somebody go and do it. We need it. The unbannable one, goodbye. Goodbye to the unbannable one. You are now banned. You're always commenting horse shit on my videos, and now you're in the stream talking clown shit and trying to be a dick. Goodbye. Goodbye. Did somebody already do it? Let's see. Yep, somebody did it. Appreciate you, whoever did it. Goodbye. Spam the Chris Curtis emoji. Members. Spam the Chris Curtis emoji. There you go. That's the new thing when we ban someone. It's like, I'm not, you know me, I don't really care that much. You know, I'm like anti somebody, you know, banning people. But honestly, there's too many people who come in here and try to be detractors, okay? And just to talk about this guy's point of view for a second. Not that I want to give him, and I really shouldn't even talk about him at all. But for my channel size, the views that I've been getting are very good. Not that I'm sitting here being defensive. You know, it is what it is. I do this for fun. It's not like, you know what I mean? I'm getting, you know, I have to make this the best channel ever. I'm doing it for fun. I'm trying to make I'm trying to make it as good as I can. Most recent videos, I'm not counting the ones I just released. 1,200 views, 800 views, 3,000 views, 4,000 views almost, 2,000 views, 1,500 views, 1,000, 2,200 views. You know, the videos outside the ones I've just released, you know, today, yesterday, all have been doing good. For me to get over 1,000 views on almost every video is massive for me. For my channel size. It's very good. So, either way, I don't care. But I appreciate your guys' support. I'm sure he'll be back with another account. He's a weirdo. I've let him slide for entirely too long, and that one was just, that was the needle. Hold on, wait, how's it go? The straw that broke the camel's back is what it was. Should it be legal to lick an opponent? No. That man was banned with quickness. I don't know who got him. Somebody got him quick. Someone's saying goodbye. Yeah, go make another account. Because that's what's funny about people like him. He wants to talk shit, but he's watching. I like how everything is like, banish him. You know what we're going to start doing? When I start questioning whether or not I should ban someone, I'm going to do a poll in the chat. Yeah, my nose is itching like crazy right now. I got to shave this mustache off, guys. It's annoying as heck. But yeah, in the future when I'm debating, oh, should I ban this guy? Should I not ban this guy? I'm going to take a poll in the chat and see what you guys think. But, okay, let me X out some of these tabs. I don't need all these tabs open anymore. If you guys have any more questions, throw them in the chat. If not, I will probably see you on a stream on Friday. And make sure you subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to like the stream. I appreciate you guys joining me. Hold on. He probably got like 30 emails. Yeah, he'll make a new account for sure. Not proud of it, but I won 300 off of Blades TKO. Sorry, Aspinall. Not proud of it. as you advertise it. But either way. Yeah, I'm a nice promoter of, I need a water sponsorship. No, I did not. I don't really pay too much attention to this stuff like that. Most funniest part is exactly when they watch every video, dislike every video, comment BS in every video, they're paying your bill. So yeah, exactly. We'll do a few streams in between, I bet. Okay. Thoughts on Izzy saying he has 6 title defenses? In a way, he's right, but wrong. He defended his interim title to become the champion. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't really have a take on it. Anton cried after Dana crapped on his performance, saying he wanted to make Dana fall in love, and he feels Dana broke his heart. Terrible. It was a terrible performance, so he should be embarrassed of that performance, and he should have his heart broken. Yeah, I'm not coming back later. Maybe Friday. We're at an hour and 20 minutes. Typically, I do an hour and 15 to an hour and 30. So we're doing a good stream here, man. Come on. Why are we getting all upset? Now you're making me feel bad. I got to work on a video later, and then I got to try to get some sleep. I'm actually tired. So I got one more video to do, and then I'm probably done until the live stream on Saturday. I think it's corny Dana showing it off. He mentioned he needs to pay his fighters more and did Nate dirty. I'm sure he read it. Yeah. Will you ever stream Dana White Contender Series again? Probably not. Nope. But who knows? Someone might convince me to do it in a couple weeks, and I'll be like, okay, I'll do it. And then the whole time I'll complain and regret it. So, all right, guys, thank you all for joining me for the live stream. I appreciate you guys so much. Oh, French fries. Maybe. What time is the press conference tomorrow? Maybe I'll do that. We'll see. But thank you guys for joining me. Thank you guys for submitting your questions. I appreciate every single one of you. If you have not went and watched my UFC 277 prediction videos, I would appreciate it if you would go watch them. I would greatly appreciate that. Cyberpower, we're jumping off here. I see you changed your pick. I hope you're doing well. But I am getting out of here, guys. Don't forget to like the stream on your way out, and I will talk to you guys all later.